Hey, it's Camo with another exciting edition of Nashville Access Facebook Live Pie Wagon Sessions, so named because we're here at the Pie Wagon on Music Row. And I'm sitting with just a customer that wandered in.
If that's the case, then can I get food?
Yeah.
You can't remember her name, can you?
No, it's Maddie Logan, and she's here in Nashville. She's got an exciting showcase she's going to be doing Thursday night. You're from California, so
Yeah, I'm from Orange County.
Orange County, the OC.
Yeah.
I only
Just
know
like the
that
show.
from the TV.
Yeah, that's how everybody knows. It's the stupid TV show.
So, you're relatively young coming into everything. Of course, to me, everybody's relatively young coming in here. You're 17.
Yeah, I started coming here when I was 13, so
Wow.
I've been doing this. I've been doing writing recording since I was 9.
Wow.
So I'm pretty young, but I've been doing this for a long time, so I feel old.
And Nashville will help you with that. It'll make you feel older as every day goes by. Tell us about your music. What kind of style of stuff do you like to do? Or what is the Maddie Logan music brand? That's probably a good way to put it.
Brand. My music is who I am, which is California and Tennessee. It's not country, but it's not pop. Well, it is country, but it is also pop. And it's exactly who I am, which is a bunch of different things, and it's generally surrounded by lyrics. Lyrics are my favorite thing, and it's always about the story and writing songs that make me happy and that I like, and that I hope girls my age and everybody will like.
That's kind of cool, because a lot of people will say that they're just, it's all about the beat, and country music has kind of gone away from lyrics counting, but you're really putting the emphasis on the lyrics.
Yeah, that's what made me fall in love with country music to begin with.
The stories. So what kind of stories are you sharing? Is it kind of personal experience stuff, or giving us kind of a glimpse into a California lifestyle that's country?
I write about everything. I will write about personal experiences. I write songs about things that my friends go through. I once wrote a song about a YouTube video that I watched. I'll write about anything.
But it's relevant, and
It is.
And it makes sense.
Yeah, anything that I can emotionally relate to, I'll write about.
Cool. So have you made the big move to Nashville, or are you still kind of bouncing between California and here?
We're bouncing between. I'm still underage, of course, so I require my parents. I need them, and my dad won't leave the ocean. He's a surfer, and my brother goes to the University of Southern California in LA, and so they want to stay there. So as long as I'm underage, I'm stuck with my parents.
And mom's here, so that's cool.
My mom is here.
That's cool. Who are some of the artists that have kind of influenced you as you've grown up? Because you've covered, your life has kind of crossed an interesting time between country, the more traditional sound, and then into the more pop sound. So who are some of the artists that you dig?
The artists that I love the most, well, for starters, my inspiration is Brad Paisley. He's the artist that made me fall in love with country music. I love him. I cannot explain to you how much I love him. Everything about him. He's so funny, he's so humble, his songwriting and his guitar playing. He's just so genuinely talented.
Now, see, I wouldn't have thought that, because he's kind of middle of the road now, but he has been much more country.
Yeah.
And out of all the artists that are kind of on the pop edge of things, he's more country flavor.
Yeah, he just stays true and he doesn't care. He doesn't care what anybody thinks, and he'll write about anything. I went and I saw him in concert, and he wrote a song about selfies. He does not care. Another artist that I really love growing up is Pat Monahan from Train. Absolutely insane writer. Just incredibly talented and beautiful singer. I love his music. Me and my mom love Train.
Now, he's California too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's San Francisco. Yeah, their song Save Me San Francisco.
Yeah.
Came to my mind. I love Miranda Lambert, another person who just does not care what you think. shows in all of her writing. I love her new single, Vice. She'll write about anything, and she's so sassy and gorgeous, and she's so strong. And I love seeing women in country that are really strong and she's like almost, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like better than you, but not. Like she's like, I am so great, and it's infectious. Like her confidence is infectious.
Is that something you're really striving to capture?
I definitely want to try, well, we should all aspire to be like Miranda. Everyone should try to be like Miranda. But I definitely want to have that sassiness in some of my songs, and I want that confidence. I want the girls that listen to my music to be confident and happy with themselves.
That's kind of a cool thing, because it's almost like you want to be, you're almost setting up to be a bit of a role model for kids.
Yeah, I want to be that. I love kids so much. Seriously, if I didn't do singing, I'd probably work at a daycare or something.
Really?
I love little kids. I have to bring up, before I forget, one of my biggest influences is the Queen, Dolly Parton. You cannot bring up country music, female country music, without bringing up Dolly.
And you can't bring up strong women without bringing up Dolly.
Bringing up Dolly. Yep, that woman is nuts. She's absolutely legendary.
Did you watch the CMA Awards?
I didn't this year. I was on a plane.
So
But I've seen like clips of it.
Did you see the tribute to Dolly where she got to sing with Pentatonics and all that?
That was so cool. I love Pentatonics. I can't imagine doing stuff like that. They're crazy.
You sound like you've got a lot of stuff that you're wanting to bring into country music, and not just the musical aspect. You want the attitude and sort of a leadership kind of role. And I kind of think that anybody gets in your way, they better look out.
Yeah, that is true. I think the thing that made me want to be a country singer is just the mentality. It has so many attributes that they strive for, and they care about your character and who you are and what you stand for. And in pop music, it's not really like that. In other genres, it's just not like that. Here, it's all about being humble, and it's about being someone that you want your kids to be like, and you want your friends and your neighbors to be like, and it's about lifting people up, and it's about being strong, and I love that.
Cool. You're in town primarily for a showcase this
Yes.
Thursday night.
Mm.
You're doing that at Pirate Studios downtown.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You guys watching this probably don't know what Pirate Studios is, but it's right on Broadway, and they have this huge window, and it overlooks all of Broadway, and it's really cool. You can just people watch.
Yeah, they've done that during CMA. I've watched.
I did it too. I was in there. We were just like spying on everybody.
Yeah. So tell us about the showcase. What do you hope to gain from it? Are you kind of going after a label deal, or do you want to cut your own path?
Nobody makes it the same way in the music industry. That's a huge thing to remember, is that you can't just take one path. You have to see what comes to you and what works for you. So I'm not like, I want a label deal, or I won't do a label, I want to be independent, I'll do whatever works for me and whatever I can get.
Yeah. And you're going to do a set? You're going to perform?
Yeah, 6 or 7 songs, I think.
Cool.
I should probably know that. I swear to God I know what I'm doing, I just can't remember the number.
Well, it's a big deal. I mean, it would be a big deal if I had to do that. I can't imagine I'm not putting down your age at all, but I'm always amazed at how young people are. And they just come in and just, this is my opportunity, I'm going to grab it.
And I don't know, I think we're still very naive a little bit, so we're very determined. We're like, oh, we don't know how terrible the world is yet. We're going for it.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Because you almost have to have no fear going into this.
You gotta be very, I don't see any of the bad stuff. I'm just gonna keep going forward.
Yeah. Do you think you're focused?
It's a very ironic thing to ask. I have ADD.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh look, butterfly.
That's all right. Our co-host Dallas, he kind of sees squirrels and goes off in different places, so that's all
Yeah,
right.
so if you ever see me in the interview going like this, it's not because I'm not interested. I'm just like, oh, look, what's going on?
Something shiny.
I am very unfocused about most things, but my mom has noticed that with things I care about, and people that specialize in ADD can tell you this, that when we care about something, we can hyper-focus and just put all of our energy into that. And like literally when I work up on my music and someone comes like into my room, it will scare me because I'm so into what I'm doing. And it bugs my brother. He's like, why are you always so scared? I'm not that scared. I'm just trying to buy a charger. Why are you so scared? But like I'll be focused, I'll be playing guitar, and all that I hear and all that I'm doing is my music, so the rest of the world's completely gone.
When you perform, do you get that? Because I can see there'd be a lot of distractions,
Yeah.
but performing, you have to be able to kind of roll with everything that happens.
Yeah. You, as a performer, especially starting out, you perform at a bunch of different venues, wherever you can go. And it's often like places with a bunch of people, and they're not always like there to watch you. You're just the entertainment. And so you have to focus on the music and make them want to pay attention to you. You can't be like, oh, they don't like me, or oh, this person's doing this person's doing that. You have to focus on what you're doing.
Is that hard?
It can be sometimes, especially if people are like really drunk and loud. But I've gotten pretty good at it, I think.
What's your worst experience that you've ever had playing live? Because some bad things can happen.
Oh God. Well, several times I have been on stage and the band will start playing a wrong song, or they'll start playing the song wrong, like incorrectly, and there's no worse fear because I swear my eyes double in size and I'm just like, what is this? What do I do? What are you guys doing? And it's a little hard to recover from that because people are like, does she not know the song? What is she doing? Is she afraid? And I'm just like, what are you guys doing? I have tripped once or twice. I'm not.
Welcome to my life. That's just the way it is.
I'm not
He's
coordinated.
tripping right now. You just don't.
No, I'm not. I'm more coordinated when I get on stage, but I'm still myself, and I'm someone who will fall down the stairs on a regular basis.
I go up, I fall up.
I have done that.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, ow,
I
how
think
do I fall going up?
I think it's a blonde thing. We fall up.
Yep, we do impossible. I'll trip on flat surfaces, and that takes skill.
Yeah. What are you looking for if you can take one thing back from Nashville this trip? What are you hoping to take back to California that you can be really comfortable with, that you're really happy you did?
I've accomplished a lot in this trip. Sometimes I'll come here and I'll do like nothing and I'll have bad luck and like all my shows will get canceled, a lot of meetings will get canceled, and I'm doing nothing. And this time I've really done a lot, and I did a lot of performing, and I have the showcase coming up, and I want to come back feeling like I did something and having like things to tell my friends and just knowing that I stepped up.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen to you in the next couple of years? If you could predict, if you could look in and have that kind of magic viewer thing, what do you think is going to happen to you in the next couple of years?
What I hope will happen, of course, is that I'll start gaining momentum. I hope to gain a bigger social media following. I hope to gain radio play. That would be the ultimate thing, is if I heard my song on the highway, I'd lose my mind. I would probably cry.
You're not unique. A lot of people have done that. They hear their song on the radio for the first time. It's like, wow.
Like, I played on the radio, but not like
Yeah.
top tier
Yeah.
stations, so stuff like that I would lose it. And to be able to go to like, the award shows, and I hope to be able to it gain something to have under my feet and be like, I did this.
All right, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions. First one is, if you could open for anybody, who would you want to open for?
I think you already know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Brad Paisley.
Okay.
Brad Paisley's number 1. Miranda Lambert is probably 2. And this is probably going to surprise you, but my number 3 is Fall Out Boy.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, I also really love like the alternative music. I think it's because I'm a teenager, so I'm like listening to the crying emo stuff,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
My Chemical Romance and Fall Out Boy. But I love them. I grew up with them. They're
A Fall Out Boy, California band, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're from Chicago. They're actually from where my mom is from. Like
Okay.
literally like the same
Wow.
exact little part of Chicago. But they are so talented and they write all their own music, and it's always like if you listen to the lyrics, it's always really, you know, it's not like bubblegum pop. It actually like has substance and it has meaning, and I love. They don't care what other people think. They start their own thing.
I love their first big single, Sugar We're Going Down.
Oh my gosh,
That-
that song is awesome.
To me, that's a song waiting to be covered by a country artist.
I would love to cover that song. I
And the
heard-
video was really cool for that. That's what grabbed me, was the video.
I heard that they wrote part of that song while one of the band members was in the bathroom.
Oh.
Like I saw that in an interview, I'm like, that's hysterical. Like he was in the bathroom and he's like shouting out lyrics. Like, I got an idea.
Okay, last question. We've asked who you'd like to open for. When you make it big, who do you want to open for you?
Oh gosh. That's so hard because no. I wouldn't be able to handle it if Brad Paisley opened for me. Just I couldn't. I'd be like, no, you're God. You can't. I would love if one of my favorite artists starting out right now is Dan and Shay.
Yeah.
They're so cute. Their music is so cute. Like their lyrics, like fans out spinning in the summer rain, just like so makes you want to dance. And I love, and they're really good looking.
The way you have to look at stuff now is you're not opening for people. When Sawyer Brown was first starting out, they were touring with Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
And they used to thank Kenny Rogers for closing the show for them. So that's why you have to look at it. You're not opening for somebody.
You are closing for me.
Brad Paisley's going to close for you.
Yeah.
Sweet.
By the way, Brad, if you're watching.
Thank you for taking time out. I know you got like a crazy week, and we're going to be at the showcase. So we'll say hi to
thank you.
everybody there, and we hope the best for you. Thanks a lot for taking the time with us.
Was this all live? Like
Yes.
actually live?
Yeah, we're still live now. Say hi to everybody.
Because sometimes, you know, like they'll record it before, but that makes sense. I mean, it's called Facebook
Live.
Live. It's really early.
Thanks for joining us. Maddie Logan, watch out for her big things coming. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.